Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kautar. If this is your very first time here, and I'm Nigeria's crochet queen. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to work this very nice crochet edging using this crochet diagram. This is a very lovely edging. You can put it on your blankets, on your blouses, or even skirts, and it's a pleasure to show you how to work with this crochet diagram to make this crochet edging. If this is your first time here and you're not subscribed, please click the subscribe button down below. It is totally free, and also click the bell icon so you're notified every single time I post a new video. If you are already an old subscriber, thank you for subscribing to my channel, and I hope that you find my videos helpful. If there's any particular video you'd like to see, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below, and don't forget to thumbs up this video if you find it helpful. Now let's get into this crochet edging. Like you would already know, the very first thing I say you should do whenever you're working with a crochet diagram is to write out all the icons and what they represent, so that whenever you see that icon, you know what you're supposed to be doing, right? So the very first icon we can see in this case is this X's, this letter X. So I just write that here. They represent single crochet, and that's what I'm just going to write here. So whenever I see letter X, I know I'm supposed to do a single crochet. Now the next thing you can see is the small circles, and this ones represent chains. So I'm just going to write that here. So whenever you see that, you do a chain. And then we can see these long ones that look like T, letter T, but they're just very long. Those ones represent double crochet, and I'm writing that here as well. And I believe that is all. Those are all the icons we can see in this diagram. And now that we've written out all the icons, we're going to start working. Now you'd notice that this particular edging doesn't start with chains, like unlike other crochet diagrams that you've seen. And the reason is because, like I said, this is an edging. You're supposed to use it to finish off a project, and it means that if you're using it to finish off a project, like maybe a blanket you've already done, you're not going to be starting from the beginning. You're just going to be attaching your yarn to the edge of that project and doing this. So this diagram now, what you can see is to start with single crochets, but because I don't have an existing project that I'm adding it to, I'm first going to do my chains before doing the single crochet. But I'm going to count how many single crochets I have, so I know how many chains I'm supposed to do and how many single crochets I'm supposed to have by the time I'm done. So now let's count. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33, right? So this is 33, and you'd notice that here there's this 1 to 8. This part means that you repeat it. They even said répéter. I don't know what language this is, but we can definitely see that it looks like repeats, because this is répéter they are or something, but it means that this 8 is the pattern repeat. So if you want to make this longer, you just need to keep working in multiples of 8, and when you're done, you add 1. So again, we have 33 single crochets here. So I'm going to do 34 chains because I want to end up with 33 single crochets. So I'm going to do the chains and the single crochets first before we go back to the diagram. I'm doing my slip knot now. Again, I'm going to do 34 chains. 1 2 3 4 5 6 30 31 32 33 34. If you've seen my single crochet tutorial, you remember that I said that if you want to have a particular number of single crochets, your chain needs to be 1 chain longer than that. So because we want to have 33 single crochets, I'm making 34 chains because we're going to be skipping the very first chain that we did. That is, we're going to be skipping the very last chain that we did. So whatever the single crochets you want to have, make sure to do 1 chain longer than that. And if you've not seen my single crochet tutorial, you can click the link in the description box below. I'm going to link it there so you can watch that tutorial if you're not so familiar with working with single crochet stitches. I'm also going to link the diagram for the edging there in case you want to print it out or download it to your phone. I would also leave a link to the written pattern in case you still prefer to work with a written pattern. So just check the description box down below for all helpful links. Now that I'm done with the chain, I'm going to start working my single crochet. And again, like I said, we're going to skip the very first single crochet, and from the second single crochet we start working from the second chain, we're skipping the very first chain, which is this one, and from the second chain I start working my single crochet. And I'm just going to be working the single crochet in each chain across till I get to the end. Now don't forget to check out that single crochet tutorial because that one is slow and you can see what I'm doing much more clearly. So I'm just going to keep doing this single crochet till I get to the end of the row, and once I'm at the end, I would meet you guys back up. Okay, so I'm just doing my last single crochet in the last chain now. And that brings me to the end of this row. So I'm done, and now we're going to start working with our diagram. Now that we're done here, see, the very first thing to do is single crochet in the first single crochet, then 1 2 3 4 5, then you chain 5, skip 3 single crochets and single crochet in the next. So let me just show you. To move on to the next row, I do my chain 1, which is a turning chain, then I do a single crochet in that very first single crochet, and then I chain 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and I skip 3 single crochets, 1 2 3, and in the next one I do a single crochet. All right, so I go back to the diagram. I finished here, so what I'm going to do is 1 2 3 4 5, so chain 5, skip 3 chains, single crochet in the next, chain 5, skip 3 single crochets and single crochet in the next, and this is all I'm going to be doing till I get to the end of this row. Chain 5, skip 3 single crochets and single crochet in the next. So chain 5, 1 2 3 4 5, skip 3 single crochets, and in the next one you do a single crochet, chain 5 again, skip 3 single crochets, and in the next one do a single crochet, chain 5 again, 4 5, skip 3 single crochets and do a single crochet in the next until we get to the end. So now that I'm done with this row, I've just finished this row. What I'm going to do to move on to the next row, 1 2 3 4 5, you can see we chain 5, then you do a single crochet in the chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the chain 5 space. I'm going to explain this, don't worry. Chain 5, single crochet in the chain 5 space. That's all we're going to be doing in this row. So chain 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and in the very first chain 5 space I do a single crochet there, and I chain 5 again. Now the single crochet that I'm doing in the chain 5 space, you can either put it in the space or you put it in one of the chains, and I'm just putting it in the middle chain. That's the third chain, just to give my work a bit more structure, and so the chain won't just be flying around, so the single crochet won't just be moving around. I'll show you. So if you put a single crochet just in the space like that, see, it's going to be moving around. You can see it's just moving around. So that's why I prefer to put it in a chain, so it's sturdy. So now I'm putting it in the middle chain. Remember, it's a chain of 5. So in the third chain, because the third chain is the middle, I just put the single crochet there. You can see it won't move anywhere. I'm just continuing my chain 5, then I do my single crochet. Again, you can put the single crochet anywhere. If you prefer to put it in the space, you can do that, but again, I prefer to put it in the chain, and I'm using the third chain because it's the middle. In this case, we did 5 chains, so 2 on each side, and in the middle I'm using the middle chain, but that is really optional. Now that I'm almost at the end, I'm just going to chain 5 again, and in the very first single crochet I do a single crochet there. Sorry, I do a slip in the very first single crochet. I'm going to slip stitch to end this row, and that brings me to the end of this row. This is what we have. So now that I'm done with this row, to move on to the next row, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip stitch. See, we're starting the show with a single crochet in the third chain, right? So I'm going to slip stitch in the first and second and third chain, then I do my single crochet. Let me just show you. I'm going to just chain 1 as the turning chain, then I turn the work. Now I'm going to slip stitch in these chains until I get to the third one. This is the third chain. I've slip stitched in the first chain, I'll slip stitch in the second, right? Now I want to do a single crochet in the third chain, so I chain 1, and in that third chain I do my single crochet, which is the first stitch of this row. Just come along with me and you're going to get it. I've done this single crochet here. Now the next thing to do, see these 3 chains, it's sort of like a picot. So you're going to do the picot, double crochet picot, double crochet, picot, and you're going to do this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. You're going to do this 9 times in the next chain 5 space, starting with the picot. So I'm going to show you. To do a picot, you chain 3, 1 2 3, then at the base of the stitch you slip stitch. That's the first picot done. Now I do in the next chain 5 space, this is the next chain 5 space, I do my double crochet and then I do 1 picot, 1 2 3. Once you chain 3 for the picot, you slip stitch at the beginning, at the base, right? Picot done. Then I do another double crochet. To do a picot, you chain 1 2 3. Then at the base of the double crochet here, just at the beginning of the chain 1, you do a slip stitch. I do another double crochet. We're doing this 9 times. Another picot, 1 2 3. Then at the base where your chain 1 is coming out of, you do your slip stitch, double crochet again, picot. So we're going to keep doing this until we have 9. Presently we have 1 2 3 4, so I'm going to do 5 more. Double crochet, picot, double crochet, picot, double crochet, picot, double crochet, picot. I just want to count if we have 9 yet. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Just one more. Okay, double crochet, then this is the last picot. So this is what we have, right? So now that we have this, what I'm going to do next is, we finished here this whole 9, so the next thing to do is a single crochet in the 3rd chain. Can you see? So again, you either put this single crochet in the space, in the chain 5 space, or you put it in the 3rd chain so that it doesn't move around. So once I do that single crochet, I then go back to do 2 4 6 8, then I go back to do the double crochet picots, 9 of that in the next chain 5 space, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, the double crochet picot in the next chain 5 space, and that's what we're going to be repeating till we get to the end of this row. So this is the next chain 5 space, and I'm just going to go in the 3rd chain, which is this one, and do my single crochet. Again, you can just put this single crochet in the space instead of in the chain, in the actual chain. And then I'm going to do this whole set of double crochet picot in this next chain 5 space, and I do a single crochet here, I do the set of double crochet and picot, and we're just going to mix back up at the end. But you can rewind to see how I did my double crochet picot and follow along with that. Okay, I'm done now with this row, and this is what the project is looking like. I really love it. Now to go on to the very last row. We've ended here with this single crochet. Now to come to this last row, the very first thing to do is to do a single crochet after the first picot, right? A single crochet after the first picot. So what we're going to do is, we do a chain 1 as our turning chain, then we turn. Now we're supposed to do a single crochet here after this first picot, so we can just slip stitch in the first picot to make it easier. Then I chain 1 and put my single crochet there, and that is the first stitch of this row. Now that I'm done with this first single crochet, I do a picot, then I do a single crochet after the next picot, right? So don't forget to do the picot is chain 3, and then you slip stitch where the chain 1 is coming from. Right, now that we're done, into the next the space after the picot, I do a chain 1, right, and I do another picot. Then I single crochet in the space after the next picot, then then I do another picot. So after the picot, I do a single crochet in the space. After the next picot, then I do another picot. Single crochet in the space, another picot. So we're basically going to be repeating this till we get to the end of this row. I just want to finish this first set so I show you what it looks like. So this is what it is looking like, and we're basically just going to continue this all across till we get to the end of this round. As you can see, we're basically going to be continuing till we get to the end here. So we're going to continue this, and I'll meet you guys back up when I'm done with it. So guys, I have almost come to the end now, and I have one picot left. So what I'm going to do is just slip stitch in that picot to end off this row. So I chain one, and then I'm going to fasten off my work, and this is what it looks like. So this is what this edging looks like. If you don't want it to have this curve like this, you want it to be straight, what you can do is to reduce the number of double crochet picot you did here. So we had 9. You can make your own either 5 or 7 depending on the width of your project. That's one thing you can do here. So if you do that, your work is going to lay really flat and nice. But here you can see that it's curving a bit. I know that blocking it might help it, but it might not help too much. So just bear that in mind, and I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you use this edging in any of your projects, I would really love to see, so send me pictures on my Instagram. I'm going to leave a link to my Instagram in the description box, as well as the link to this crochet diagram and the link to a written pattern. Please make sure to check out the description box and kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel down below, and click on the bell icon so you're notified every time I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.